Hey everybody, we're down here at CES 2009. One of the games we're checking out today is Infamous. I'm joined by Brian Fleming from Sucker Punch Studios. He's going to tell us about the game today. So the superhero sandbox genre, that's something that we've kind of seen before, except Infamous does it a lot differently because it's an original character, original story. Tell us what you're trying to do with this game to make it unique.
Well, the dream for the game really is to take things that we really love about superhero stories, you know, the kinds of characters, powers, environments, setups, and give you the experience of playing one yourself instead of playing one that you've read about or seen in a movie, but really to say, hey, what would it be like if you didn't know how your powers worked and you had to go figure that out? And what would it be like if everybody turned against you all of a sudden and you felt like you were the most hated man in the world? What would it be like to balance the responsibility of having those powers? You know, are you going to help people? Are you going to be an anti-hero? Those are, to us, the sort of emotional reasons to make the game, and that's what excited us about making the title.
Now, at the heart of combat in Infamous is electricity. What can you tell us about that?
Well, you know, there's this big event, and it somehow, for some reason, grants Cole the ability to sort of master electricity, to draw it out of the power grid, draw it out of cars, even draw a little bit out of a person and potentially damage them, and then project that energy out forward. He sort of, you know, can conduct electricity however he wants, and he learns how to even do more amazing things than that along the way. But the whole center of this is, for some reason, he has this ability to kind of pull and push power and make it his sort of bitch.
During that demo earlier, you mentioned a cover system?
You know, there is a cover system. I mean, it's a fairly sophisticated and complex environment. You know, there's pedestrians, cars, mailboxes, dumpsters, and all of those work well as cover, and you can also use the verticality of the world as cover. So you can climb up onto the edge of a building, grab onto the edge and sort of, you know, shoot over the top. You can use buses as cover. You can use anything that he can climb on as vertical cover, anything that he can push himself up against as low cover. So it's certainly a very rich combat experience.
So it's not just sort of a comic book inspired story. The presentation actually plays out in a very graphic novel style. What can you tell us about that?
Well, you know, it's sort of been a signature of our titles, our recent titles. We've always used very graphic cutscenes in the Sly series, and we really wanted to sort of draw on the DNA of graphic novels in part as part of the presentation of the game, as you're saying. And so we've got kind of this kind of evolved version of those cutscenes that use a really graphic, painterly, splattered art style that a guy at our studio, Mike Haney's, doing a spectacular job of. And then we have a video team that composites those and builds them into these cutscenes that I think are a huge part of kind of tying this title back to its DNA, back to graphic novels, comic books, and really being true to that form, but yet kind of growing it as an interactive experience, not as a linear experience.
And finally, when should we expect to see it in stores?
Well, we're expecting that this spring, and there's rumors that it's around the end of May, but you know, my job is to get it done, and somebody else's job is to get it in stores. So
those are just rumors, right?
You know, I don't know.
Well, we'll look forward to it anyways.
Okay.
So that's Infamous. It looked good at E3. It looks even better now, so keep an eye out for it.